All right. So, everybody should be focused up here. I'm only going to take about 5 minutes of your time. So, we have a circle. Does anybody know how we name circles? By their middle point, their center. The center of the circle is X. Okay, in this circle, that X controls the diameter and all of the radii. So who can name the diameter of this circle? BA. BA. There's several radii pictured. An example of that is XC. All right, so given, you always start by filling in all of the stuff that they have added. They tell us that CXA, angle CXA is 82 degrees. So CXA, this right here, okay, is 82 degrees. Wait, that's not what I meant to make it.
28.
Yeah, that makes sense. Never mind, that looks right. Sorry. Now, this part is what I want to draw attention to. XD is a bisector of BXC. Will you please stop talking? Thank you. What does bisector mean? Kevin? Cuts it in half. Perfect. So that means this angle, this BXD, is the same measure as DXC. Now, I don't know what the measure is yet, but whenever I find it, I know that these will be the exact same. So here we go. We're going to find these, and you can find them in any order. All right? Let's start by the measure of arc BC. The measure of arc BC. There's a couple ways to think about this or do this. Does anybody have a method that they think will work? Josh?
180 minus 82.
Perfect. This arc, or this angle right here is 82, which means the arc right here is also what?
82.
82. So I actually found the measure of CA down here, just in the middle of that. So what is the measure of arc CA? 82 degrees. Now BC finishes off our semicircle. This is 82. BC goes from here to here, which completes our semicircle. So how did we find that? We're going to take 180, the total in a semicircle, and subtract 82 degrees. What is the measure of that arc out there?
98.
98 degrees. 98 is this entire arc out here. All right, so we found this. We found this. What about the measure of BXC? This should be pretty easy. What is the measure of BXC? Josh?
98.
98. Why? Because the arc, the intercepted arc, is 98 degrees. What about the measure of the arc BAC? So I go to B, I'm going to end at C, and what do I have to pass through? A. So I'm talking about this part all the way around. How can I find that arc measure? Connor?
180 plus 82.
180 plus 83?
I agree with that. 82.
Oh, perfect. That is one way. I was going to do it another way. You threw me off. BAC is all of this, right? What's the measure of that? What's the measure of this semicircle? 180 plus an additional 82. So one way to do this is 180 plus 82. So what do we get? 262 degrees. Nice job, Connor. Does anybody see another method? What's another way to figure it out? Jalen, put your mask on.
We could do 360 minus 98.
I like it. How many of you see that? This arc is almost the whole circle, except for how many degrees? 98. So the other method is 360 degrees minus 98. And we should get, if we did everything correctly, 262 again. Now I have one more question that I don't have. Are there any questions on that so far? Do you see how it's kind of a puzzle? You just kind of look at what you have and figure out. What if I wanted you to find the measure of the arc BD? Measure of arc BD. Savannah? Bingo. This entire arc was 98 degrees. But we said we had a bisector in here, and the bisector cuts whatever that is in half. So when we cut 98 degrees in half, what do we have? 49. So this angle and this arc are 49 degrees. They didn't ask for it, but DXC would also be 49 and the arc DC 49. Are there any questions? You guys seem to remember arcs and stuff very well. So that right there, that's going to help you with the very first part of the quiz. All right.